Inside Arsenal's final training session ahead of Aston Villa. Tactical focus, team news, and predicted lineup. Introduction: a defining night at the Emirates. As the lights prepare to shine over the Emirates Stadium, Arsenal Football Club step into another defining Premier League night. Tonight's clash against Aston Villa is not just another league fixture, it is a statement game, one that could shape momentum, belief, and confidence in Mikel Arteta's squad. Following a mixed run of results and renewed pressure in the title conversation, today's training session at London Colney carried an intense, almost electric atmosphere. Every pass, every sprint, every tactical drill reflected the importance of this match. This article takes you inside Arsenal's training ground today, breaks down Arteta's tactical focus, provides the latest team news, and delivers a detailed predicted starting 11 for the crucial showdown against Aston Villa. London Colney this morning: focus, intensity, and quiet determination. Arsenal's training base at London Colney was alive early this morning. Players arrived with serious expressions. No music blasting, no relaxed body language. This was business. Key observations from training. Sessions were short but extremely intense. Emphasis on positional discipline, repeated work on defensive transitions, sharp attacking patterns rehearsed at high tempo. Mikel Arteta was heavily involved, stopping drills frequently to correct positioning, particularly in midfield and the defensive line. This was not a relaxed session. It was a reminder that Arsenal must be sharper, braver, and more ruthless against a dangerous Aston Villa side. Arteta's message to the squad. According to club insiders, Arteta's message before training was clear: control the game or the game controls you. This message perfectly sums up Arsenal's approach tonight. Against Villa's pace, physicality, and counter-attacking threat, Arteta wants calm build-up, aggressive counter-pressing, no emotional lapses. The players were reminded of recent moments where concentration dropped, moments Arteta insists cannot happen again. Defensive drills, Arsenal's biggest priority. A large portion of today's training was dedicated to defensive shape, what Arsenal worked on. Maintaining a compact back four, midfielders tracking runners from deep, fullbacks recovering quickly after overlaps, communication between center-backs and goalkeeper. David Raya was vocal throughout, constantly organizing his defense. Arteta clearly wants Raya to command his area and play as a modern sweeper keeper when Villa attempt long balls in behind. Midfield control, the engine room. Arteta spent nearly 40 minutes on midfield rotations. Declan Raya was repeatedly instructed to hold position when fullbacks advance, break up Villa counterattacks early, release the ball quickly to Odegaard. Martin Odegaard, wearing the captain's armband, looked sharp and focused. His role tonight will be critical, dictating tempo, pressing Villa's build-up, and creating overlaps in advanced areas. Attacking patterns, width, speed, and precision. Arsenal's attack training focused on quick switches of play, one-touch combinations near the box, early crosses behind Villa's defensive line. Bukayo Saka was heavily involved on the right, repeatedly isolating defenders in 1v1 situations. On the left, Arsenal worked on underlapping runs, a sign that Arteta wants to stretch Villa horizontally before attacking centrally. Finishing drills were intense, no wasted shots. Every miss was followed by immediate instruction. Injury update: who trained, who didn't. Fully available: David Raya, William Saliba, Declan Rice, Martin Odegaard, Bukayo Saka, Gabriel Martinelli. Doubts or managed minutes: Ben White, fitness monitored. Jurriën Timber, recent workload managed. Unavailable: Ricardo Kelly-Forty, long-term injury absentees. Arteta will make late decisions, but no major last-minute injury shocks are expected. Mental preparation, quiet confidence. Perhaps the most impressive aspect of today's session was the mentality. No panic, no over-celebration, no visible anxiety. This was a group that understands the pressure, the expectations, the responsibility of wearing the Arsenal badge. Arteta ended the session with a short team talk, calm, direct, and focused on belief and discipline. Predicted Arsenal lineup versus Aston Villa. Formation: 4-3-3. Goalkeeper: David Raya. Defenders: Jurriën Timber, William Saliba, Gabriel Martinez, Alexander Zinchenko. Midfield: Declan Rice, Martin Odegaard, Kai Havertz. Attack: Bukayo Saka, Gabriel Jesus, Gabriel Martinelli. Why this lineup makes sense?
balance between control and creativity, experience in big matches, flexibility to shift into a 3-2-5 shape in possession. What Arsenal must do to win tonight? Start fast, control tempo early, win midfield duels, avoid defensive lapses, be ruthless in front of goal, feed off the Emirates crowd. A strong start could change everything. Today's training session showed an Arsenal side fully aware of the challenge ahead. Arteta has prepared his team tactically, physically, and mentally. Now, execution is everything. This is more than 3 points. This is about identity, belief, and momentum. Tactical warfare at the Emirates, how Arsenal and Aston Villa will try to win the game. Understanding the battle, why this match is so tactical. Arsenal versus Aston Villa is no longer a simple big club versus underdog fixture. Under Unai Emery, Villa have become one of the most tactically intelligent teams in the Premier League. This means Mikel Arteta's preparation today was not accidental, it was essential. Tonight's game will be decided by control versus chaos, positional discipline versus direct transitions, patience versus opportunism. Arsenal want to dominate the ball. Villa want to punish mistakes. Arsenal's tactical plan: control, suffocate, strike. 1. Arsenal in possession, the 3-2-5 shape. When Arsenal have the ball, expect them to morph into their familiar 3-2-5 attacking structure. How it forms: one fullback, likely Zinchenko, steps into midfield. The other fullback stays deeper. Declan Rice anchors the base. Odegaard and Tyrants operate between the lines. Saka and Martinelli stretch the pitch wide. This shape is designed to overlap Villa's midfield, trap Villa deep in their own half, force mistakes through sustained pressure. Arteta wants territorial dominance, not reckless attacking. 2. Arsenal without the ball, aggressive counterpressing. One of the biggest focuses in today's training was defensive transition. When Arsenal lose the ball, the nearest 3 players press instantly. Rice screens the counter. Centre-backs hold a high line but stay compact. This is crucial because Villa thrive in transition. If Arsenal fail to counterpress effectively, Villa will exploit the space behind the fullbacks. Aston Villa's tactical approach: absorb and explode. Unai Emery knows Arsenal will dominate possession. He welcomes it. Villa's core strategy: sit in a mid to low block, narrow defensive shape, invite Arsenal forward, attack the space Arsenal leave behind. Villa's danger comes not from long spells of possession, but from vertical passes, quick wide breaks, runners attacking the channels. Villa's defensive shape: out of possession, Villa form a compact 4-4-2. Key principles: cut passing lanes into Odegaard, force Arsenal wide, delay, don't dive in, wait for the moment to break. This means Arsenal must move the ball quickly and intelligently, not just endlessly. Key tactical zones that will decide the match. 1. The half spaces. The half spaces, between fullback and centre-back, are where this game will be won or lost. Odegaard thrives here. Havertz makes late runs here. Villa defenders hate being dragged out here. If Arsenal can overload these zones, chances will come. 2. The defensive transition zone. The moment Arsenal lose the ball is Villa's best attacking opportunity. Villa will look to bypass Arsenal's midfield, release runners immediately, target the space behind Zinchenko or Timber. One missed tackle could mean a one-on-one with Raya. Individual player battles to watch. Bukayo Saka versus Villa left back. This is one of Arsenal's biggest weapons. Saka will isolate his defender, drive inside onto his left foot, combine with Odegaard. Villa may double up on him, which opens space elsewhere. If Saka wins this battle, Arsenal tilt the game in their favor. Declan Rice versus Villa's counterattacks. Declan Rice is Arsenal's insurance policy. His responsibilities: break up counterattacks, cover for advancing fullbacks, win second balls. If Rice dominates, Villa struggle to transition. If Rice is bypassed, Arsenal will rumble. Odegaard versus Villa's midfield screen. Villa will attempt to neutralize Odegaard. Expect tight marking, physical challenges, fouls to disrupt rhythm. If Odegaard escapes pressure, Arsenal create chances at will. Saliba and Gabriel versus Villa's direct threat. Villa will test Arsenal centre-backs with early balls, physical duels, runs in behind. Saliba's composure and Gabriel's aggression must be perfectly balanced. How Villa will try to hurt Arsenal. 1. Early vertical passes. Villa won't build slowly, they'll look to go forward immediately. One pass can eliminate Arsenal's press, turn defense into attack, create chaos. 2. Targeting fullback space. Villa will deliberately wait for Arsenal's fullbacks to push high, then strike. This is why Arteta emphasized recovery runs in training. 3. Set pieces. Villa are dangerous from corners, wide free kicks, second balls. Arsenal must be alert. One lapse can undo 70 minutes of control. Key moments that could decide the match. First 15 minutes, Arsenal need an early grip. Villa will test Arsenal's composure. Crowd energy will matter hugely. The first goal. Arsenal scoring first forces Villa to open up. Villa scoring first makes the game extremely dangerous. Substitutions. Arteta's in-game management will be crucial. Fresh legs in midfield. Pace to attack tired defenders. Tactical fouls laid on. Emotional control. Villa thrive when opponents panic. Arsenal must stay patient, avoid frustration, trust their structure. This match is not just tactical, it is psychological. This Arsenal side is expected to win. Villa arrive with confidence. The Emirates crowd demands dominance. How Arsenal responds to hatbacks could define the night. This match will not be decided by who wants it more, but by who executes their plan better. Arsenal have the structure. Villa have the threat. One mistake, one moment of brilliance, one lapse in concentration. Player-by-player breakdown, hidden heroes, bench impact, and match scenarios. Why individual performances will decide this game.